Dear listeners, welcome to the present video. This is Dr. K. Shivasubramani, Faculty of Microbiology from Annamalai University. In today's class, we are going to see the difference between the prokaryotes and the eukaryotes. Usually, when we think about life, all the living things are made up of cells. The cell, actually the word is derived from cellula, from Latin, which means small room. Whether it's a very bigger organism or a small single-celled microorganism, or it's a large plant or a large animal, it is made up of cell. Depending upon the development and complexity of the cells, we can classify the cells into prokaryotes and eukaryotes. What are prokaryotes? Pro means before, and karyon means nut or kernel. It means prokaryotes are single-celled organisms that are not having the true nucleus, and they don't have any membrane bound organelles. These are known as prokaryotes. And the next category of microorganisms are eukaryotes. Eu means well, good or true. So when the cells have a well developed true nucleus and membrane bound organelles, the cells are known as eukaryotic cells. Let us see some examples for prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Prokaryotic examples. The examples are Eubacteria, Archaebacteria and Cyanobacteria. When we talk about the examples for eukaryotes, they are wide. Algae, fungi, protozoa, plants, animals including human beings, all are eukaryotics. When we talk about the differences in size, prokaryotes are usually very small. Their size will vary from 0.1 micrometer to 5 micrometer in diameter, and eukaryotes usually they are larger. They can range from 10 to 100 micrometer in diameter because they are very complex in nature. And let us see about the differences. First one is true nucleus, membrane bound true nucleus, a nucleus which is surrounded by a nuclear membrane. The true nucleus is absent in prokaryotes and it is present in eukaryotes. Next difference is ribosomes. As we all know, ribosomes are the protein synthetic machinery of the cell. They synthesize proteins which are very essential for the cells. In the prokaryotic organisms and eukaryotic organisms, they differ widely in ribosomes. The prokaryotic ribosomes are of 70S types. They are made up of two subunits, the 50S larger and the 30S smaller subunit. And eukaryotic ribosomes, they are 80S type. They are made up of the larger 60S subunit and the smaller 40S subunit. Next one is cell wall with the peptoglycan. As we know, cell wall is a very important part of the cell. It gives the shape, structure and rigidity. And in prokaryotes, the cell wall can contain peptidoglycan or murein. That peptidoglycan is absent in eukaryotic cell wall. Next one is cell membrane. Cell membrane, it is the second layer of the cell. It maintains cell integrity by selectively allowing some components inside the cell and allowing some components outside the cell. And in prokaryotes, we cannot find any sterol in the cell membrane. And as it is lacking the internal organelles, it contains some part of respiratory system and the photosynthetic system of the cell. And in eukaryotes, some eukaryotes, sterols can be present in the cell membrane. And in eukaryotes, respiratory system or photosynthetic system are totally absent from the cell membrane. Next difference is cell division. In prokaryotes, they undergo very simple cell division process. They usually undergo cell division by binary fission, and it is an asexual process. In eukaryotes, the cell division is very complex and they can undergo mitosis or meiosis, and usually they can carry out sexual reproduction too. And the mitochondria, as we know, it is the energy powerhouse of the cell. And the prokaryotes don't have any dedicated mitochondria, and the eukaryotes they have mitochondria. Next one is Golgi apparatus, another important cellular organelle. It is present in eukaryotes, but that is absent in prokaryotes. Next one is endoplasmic reticulum. Again, it is present in eukaryotes and it is absent in prokaryotes. Next one is true vacuoles, another important internal organelle that can be present in eukaryotes and that is absent in prokaryotes. And the next important one is the locomotor organelles. Locomotor organelles like flagella are very important in the movement of the cell. In prokaryotes, the locomotor organ flagella is very simple. It is made up of a single protein flagellin, and in eukaryotes It is very complex and it is made up of 9+2 microtubular architecture. And these are some of the differences between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Thank you for your listening. Bye.